Welcome to our lesson on analog indicators in Wise SCADA. From the extended section, I add a circular gauge object to the screen. I also add a linear gauge object, which has a similar structure. Finally, let's add a numeric indicator as well. I had previously added some tags to the project. In total, there are 3 tags available. For these indicators, I select tag 1. Now I start the runtime. You can see that the value of tag 1 is displayed on the indicators. To manage the properties of these objects, I go to the Advanced section. From here, I open the wizard window. First, I select the circular gauge type. We can proceed by selecting any of the available types here. This allows us to access the properties related to the selected type. For example, in the gauge frame section, I apply the glass effect. This creates a glass-like appearance on the object. When we click on the pointers and markers section, we can see the 2 existing gauge pointers. One of them is large, and the other is the smaller inner pointer. I want to add one more pointer to these. I add an additional pointer to the main gauge. At the moment, the 2 pointers overlap. Let's change the color of one of these pointers. Now let's take a look at the newly added pointer in the Properties section. Here is our second pointer. For this one, I select tag 2. For the newly added pointer 2, I select tag 3. I start the runtime again. I assign random values to the tags. This way, we can see that all 3 pointers can be controlled independently. The control process is successful. We can apply the same operations to the other objects as well. Now let's open the wizard again and select the linear gauge option. We can use any of these available styles. I select the one that includes a numeric value. Let's add one more pointer to this gauge as well. We can see the second pointer here too. Additionally, let's add a state indicator. I add it to the list. A very small green dot appears here. It may be difficult to see at the moment. First, I adjust its position coordinates. To make it more visible, I increase its size. That's a bit too large, so let's reduce it slightly. Now I click Finish and move to the Tag section from the Properties panel. Because of the new features we added, we can now select more tags. For the state indicator, for example, let's select tag 1. However, we forgot to define the visibility condition of the state indicator. I open the wizard again and select the state indicator. In the state section, I first add a new state. We can see that one state is green and the other one is red. Here, we will use the start value and end value options. This allows us to define the value ranges in which it will be visible. I start the runtime. Once again, I enter random values. We can see that each indicator has a different value. Now I set the value of the first tag to be greater than 70. In this case, we can see that the state indicator turns red. I stop the runtime. The third object also includes the wizard feature. We can apply the same steps to this object as well. To see the other numeric indicator types, we can click here. Here we have appearance styles options that allow us to quickly select colors. As you can see, it has a very stylish appearance. This object includes many features. It is not possible to cover all of them here. You can find very detailed information about this topic in the help pages. Thank you for watching this lesson.